Hi everyone, welcome to my tutorial. So for this tutorial I decided to focus on the Kahoot website. I know a lot of you probably know what this is about, but if not, welcome. So Kahoot is a fun way to create informal assessments for your class. When student teaching, I used a lot of it for review or just to kind of see where my kids were at to see if they were ready for an assessment, but it's completely up to you how to use it. Usually the students that got the top 3 spots, I gave them some extra credit, so it motivated students to really focus and try to win. So first things first, what you're going to want to do is obviously you want to sign up for free. So how awesome is that it's a free program? Let's see, what's my role? I'm gonna assume you're gonna say that you're a teacher. I'm not gonna put in the school or university. It's not that important right now. You're gonna wanna create a username, so I'll just create one real quick. Do that and we'll make it into my school account. So you're just gonna wanna enter in your information here. Wish I had a more entertaining way of saying that, but that's what you're going to do. Create a password that no one will know and create your account. I'm not going to save my password because I do not feel like it. Alright, so it's going to take you to this page first. Now you get to decide what you're going to create. The very first thing, so you have a quiz, a discussion, or a survey, so there is more than one way for you to use this website. But for today, I'm going to show you how to make a quiz. So here I go, making my quiz. Because I'm a history person, I'm going to make a history quiz. So I'm going to call it U.S. History Fun Facts. And description, let's see, hashtag fun and hashtag exciting quiz on, let's say, American. I might want to hashtag that. On hashtag American history, if I can spell correctly. Thank you, keyboard, for messing me up. So I'm going to make it visible to everyone. My language is English, and the audience, it's going to be for school. I don't really have any resources to credit or an intro video, but you can add those if you want, as well as an image to make your quiz more exciting for kids. Then once you're done setting that up, you're going to click on OK Go, and it wants you to make an image, but maybe later when we have time. So of course, like any quiz, you're going to have questions, so nice and informal, add question. So let's see, the first question, just because I was talking about solar panels in my other class, I'll make this question about solar panels. So which was the first president of the United States to install solar panels on the White House? Now you do have to be careful because your characters are limited, so like cutting it close, I only have one character left. So you kind of have to be careful about how you phrase your questions. The next thing you need to decide is how long your students will have to answer a question. I found that most of the time 20 seconds is good enough, but I'll give them, let's say, 30 seconds to give them more time to read the question and then answer it. So now I have to insert my random answers here. So let's say the first one is Barack Obama. Second one, we'll say maybe Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, and last but not least, we'll throw Jimmy Carter in there. And now you have your answers filled. You don't always have to put in 4 answers, but you can if you want. I usually do. But the correct answer is Jimmy Carter. He did install those in 1979, fun fact, and then Reagan took them off in 81 because he thought they were a big joke. So, teamwork, excellent. So once you have your question, you have your answers, you're going to click on next. So now you see you have your one question created. If you want to go back to it, you can click on this button so you can edit that part of the quiz. Just for fun, let's create one more so you get another look of how to create your question. So here in the question box, you're going to type in a question. For this one, which president of the United States created his own Bible. Yes, the president did do that. Some of you may know, some of you may not. And again, you can leave it at 20 seconds, you can make it shorter, or you can make it longer. I usually like to give my kids a little bit more time with it. So let's put some random answers here. Whoop, if I can type correctly. Let's do, whoop. And last but not least, why not, we'll throw Nixon in there again. And the right answer is Thomas Jefferson, so I'm going to click on that one. If you didn't know, he created his Bible by cutting and pasting, the original cutting and pasting out of a Bible. He just wanted the teachings of Jesus, he didn't include any of the miracles or anything that seemed supernatural. It was just the teachings of Jesus Christ. So he kept it pretty simple and to the point with his Bible. So now you have that set up. Once again, click on next. And so for the sake of time, we're just going to keep it here with our 2 questions. Everything looks good. And we're going to now save our quiz. So now at this point, what you can do, I don't have a classroom in front of me to help me out with this, so I'm going to do this on the side on my phone. But what you can now do is test out your quiz. And this will, I'm going to do it real quick so you can kind of see what it is. So we're going to preview it. So we have our history fun facts, that's the Kahoot, and the fun thing with this website too is you can do it with one player, so everyone's on their own devices, or if you're a classroom, maybe not everyone has a phone or not everyone has an iPad, you can do team mode so that more than one person can play on just one device. It's completely up to you. For the sake of this, I'm one player, so we're just going to do the classic mode. And I am ready to join. It'll give me a code here in a second. All right, so on my phone, for your students, they're going to go to kahoot.it, and their phone's going to look similar to this picture right here, and they're going to enter in the game pin. So I'm going to do that on my phone. So let's see, I have 700326, and I'm going to hit enter. Now when a student enters, they're going to be asked to give a nickname. You can either let them choose a team name, a nickname, or you can just ask them to put in their own name. For the sake of the tutorial, I will put in my own name. So since I'm only one player, once you have all your students signed up, you're gonna, when everyone's ready, you just go over here to start and you start the game. And now on my phone, these questions will show up. So it'll give you a few seconds to read the question before the timer starts. Alright, and so now we have it here. You have your timer going here. You're waiting on students' phones. They only have these shapes. So on my phone, I'm simply going to click the square. And once all students have answered, it does end. It won't let the time just keep going. So one student got it right, which would be me. I am number 1, and so I have 824 points. When you have more students, it shows you the top 3 and their scores, so you can get some competition started. And then on to the next question. All right, so once again, you have your timer. If kids are saying they don't know it, you can always click skip, but I do know this one, so on my phone, I'm going to click my circle. And it is correct. And so what the cool thing is about this is you can see how your students answered. You don't get to see it individually just yet, but you can see as a class. So if a lot of students got it wrong, you can see who they thought might have been the right answer, or you can see how many people got it right. So once again, of course, I'm number 1 because I'm the only one playing, and this is the end, so you click end, and it'll show you the top score, the top winner. When you're done, kids are going to be asked to provide some feedback on your quiz. Some of them will answer, some of them won't, so you get to go on feedback and results. And then last but not least, you can go to final results to see how this works for you. And if you want, you can go back to new game and they'll take you right back to this page. So when you get back to this page, again, you can click on make a new quiz, a discussion, or a survey. What I really enjoy from Kahoot is if you go down here to my recent results and if you click on all results, it'll take you to this page. So this is the little fun fact quiz we just took now. If you click on download, It'll give you an Excel spreadsheet of your results, so I'll show you that real quick. All right, so this is the quiz that I literally took just 2 seconds ago. And on any other quiz, it'll show you more information. So for the one that I just took, see, I got these correct answers. It'll give you the overall performance with correct answers, incorrect answers, and your average score. Here, I'll show you another example. This is one that I did with my students last semester. It was a Unit 5 review. And so when you have a whole bunch of students, your top 3 are obviously up here. Didn't do so well on this one, but it's okay because it's just a review. But the cool thing is that now you can see the individual students and which questions they got right and which ones they got wrong. So now you have a better idea of which ones students don't understand too much. So this one, obviously, you would want to be reviewing with your kids before the exam. But the question on the Manhattan Project, you wouldn't because everybody got it right, so they know what they're doing. But basically, that's kind of all I have to tell you about Kahoot. I think it's a really good program. You can use it for a whole bunch of different things. I personally enjoyed using it for review and kind of checking in with my students, and I got them really amped up too when I offered that extra credit. It's kind of a great way for them to review right before an exam. But besides that, I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial, and that's it. Thank you.